Hello, welcome guys. Another video on Easy Life. Today I have in front of you is an iMac that I did not buy. My son bought it, and this is the latest one with the M1 chip. And if I'm not mistaken, the price on Apple it's about $1,900. He bought it for about $1,700, about $150, all because of student discount. So today's video is not do a full review, but just to give you my my initial take of whether this is worth to buy. I am a longtime PC user for life. I never use an iMac, so I would not be in the right position to tell you whether this is a good laptop or not, but just to give you my take as a PC user, whether this is something that you might want to buy. As I said, this is pretty expensive, about $2,000 all in total, including taxes. So this particular Mac, using the M1 chip, 8-core. Now this one has a 16 gigabyte unified memory or RAM, if you want to call it, with a 1 gigabyte SSD. Going across, this is 13-inch. And what else is there? There is I guess one of the most expensive MacBook Pro with the I guess what is it, Retina display, which is kind of ridiculous. It's just a regular LED display. Going on the side, there are two Thunderbolt ports or USB 4 ports. Basically, this is USB-C. It's just another naming that Apple likes to do. This is the gray version. I do not know what's the battery size of this, so let me do a quick check. So like all Apple products, they never tell you the size of the battery, which is kind of weird. But I guess it's a moot point not to say anything about it because they said it's 20 hours usage. I would doubt that, but maybe I could be wrong. So regardless, this is the MacBook Pro. I'm a longtime PC user. I have no idea how to use Macs. So if you believe that I'm wrong with this, let me know. So as a comparison, this is $1,900, and here is a Lenovo 14-inch, which I paid for about $650. So this particular one is the Ryzen 5 with 16 gigabyte of RAM, 256 SSD. If I do, upgrade, it probably won't be any more than $1,000. When you compare this and this, it's $1,000 more expensive. So for this particular laptop, it has a USB, the regular ones, a USB 3, and then there are USB-C, which you can use for charging as well. HDMI port, and I don't think there's an HDMI port on this. There is not, so you have to buy extras to be able to use the HDMI port. Yeah, you have to buy extras to be able to use the full features, which is another ridiculous expense that you have to put in. So here is the MacBook Pro with everything turned on. The screen is Super Retina. It's pretty clear. Now if I compare it to the Lenovo, if I just turned it on, well, it's very difficult to compare by just looking at the video, but being in person looking at it, I mean, our eyes can only see certain spectrum of the colors. You can't really tell the difference between the two. I would not be able to provide you a benchmark whether which one is better as far as performance. I'm sure with the M1, which Apple has been touting the best CPU, I mean, they could be right. There's no reason for me to doubt that. But I guess the question is this something that you want to buy just because it's an Apple product? It's really entirely up to you, but personally, as a PC user, I don't think there's any reason to pay an extra $1,000 for MacBook. unless you have specific needs. So my son bought this because he's going to school. He needs this for programming, machine learning, and all those stuff. That's probably a good reason. But MacBook Pro or MacBook, for most of them, are known to be not for gaming. So this is probably you probably don't want to buy this for game. PC is probably good for that if you want to buy it, because there are more options as well. So this one is the Ryzen 7 with 4 cores. Is pretty, good enough for the purpose that my wife need to use it, and it's touchscreen. The MacBook is not touchscreen, so that's something that you might want to consider. I think that's pretty much my take as a PC user, which I don't find the MacBook something that I would need unless I want to go into a coffee shop store and tell people, look, I have a MacBook Pro, which is a lot of people do that. I don't show up my products like a lot of people. So this may piss a lot of people off, and you're one of them. Well, great. I'm sure you won't like this video anyway. So here's my take on Apple products. They're great, but for my purpose, for my daily use, I would never buy something like this. Will cost almost $2,000 after tax. I will just stick with something like $750 if I need to. I have a lot of PC products around my house, and they all work great. None of them have been broken yet, so I don't see a reason that I need to get a MacBook. So this is my take as a PC user. It's up to you whether you like it, but if you agree, give a thumbs up. If not, give a thumbs down. Consider subscribe to my channel if you are interested. It's free. Until then, thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.